Hi there, it's Gabriel here, SEO Manager at Hike SEO, and in this video we'll be talking about breadcrumbs in SEO and how to improve your user experience on your website as well as internal linking really easily. All right, let's dive in. So in this video you'll learn about what are breadcrumbs all about and why are they important for your SEO. You'll also learn about best practices around using breadcrumbs on your site, as well as effective implementation and how to do that. You'll also learn how to avoid common breadcrumb mistakes as well. So what are breadcrumbs? They're definitely not the bread that you eat, but basically breadcrumbs are a navigation aid that helps users understand their current location within the site's hierarchy. They typically appear near the top of a web page and display the trail of pages that the user has visited to arrive at the current page. So that's a very clear idea. And breadcrumbs are usually displayed as a series of clickable links separated by a delimiter, such as the right symbol or the slash symbol or even hyphens or the straight bar symbol. There's different ways, or even like icons can be used as well. So there's so many variations out there. For example, we have home category, subcategory, and current page. So this is kind of an example of how a breadcrumb trail would look like. So they come in two types, location-based and attribute-based. So the former, location-based, shows the user's current position on a website, while the latter displays the attributes or categories of the page that you're currently on. So these breadcrumbs provide clear paths back to previous pages, making navigation much easier for users as well as search engines when they crawl that page. So here's an example on waitrose.com, a grocery store. So we're on the bananas, fair trade bananas page, and you can see that the bananas page is actually under bananas, which is under fresh fruit, which is under fresh and chilled, which is under groceries. So it's easy for us to find our way back, let's say, to the fresh fruit section just by clicking on it. And also for search engines, it will be great for internal linking, so it knows where that page is located in terms of the overall hierarchy of the website. So why are breadcrumbs really important for your SEO? Firstly, it significantly improves your website's usability because it's easy to navigate around, click around, find your way in different subcategories, categories, etc. It also helps visitors to find their way around the site more easily instead of having to go to the menu items and digging around and going through multiple layers. They just have to go click one link and they're at the place where they want to be. It also serves as an essential tool for search engines like Google to understand your website's structure much better because it knows where that page is nested, under which category or subcategory. So it makes it really, really easy for bots to crawl your page and understand it. It can have a great positive impact on your SEO rankings because not only does it provide internal linking automatically, but it also creates a great flow of link equity between pages so that category and higher level pages accumulate higher page authority over time from the link juice that is accumulated at lower or kind of like child pages, if you may. So let's talk about some best practices for breadcrumbs. So the first one is structured data implementation. So this is where you would add structured data that's designed for breadcrumbs. And this can be in the form of schema or other forms. And this helps search engines display breadcrumbs in search results. So what you can do is you can add a piece of JSON LD code to your website with the schema markup. Now, if you're not sure what that is, don't worry. It's quite simple, actually. There's a lot of tools out there that can make it super easy for you. So here is a screenshot of some JSON LD code. This is on schema.org, so you can check out that site, and it'll tell you the structured data in different formats. So you can have it in microdata, RDF format, JSON LD, in structured data, different forms. But JSON LD is quite easy to use because it's easy to read as well. So notice that Google has actually identified that there are breadcrumbs on this page. So this is the same fair trade bananas example. And you can see it's actually added the hierarchy to it. So we know that bananas under the fresh fruit. And it kind of truncates that because it's quite long, but it does know that there are breadcrumbs on there and knows the structure. So next is intuitive design principles. So you want to use user-friendly labels and visual elements that are easily recognizable and usable. So that means you want to use clear and descriptive labels like home, the category name, the subcategory name, and this makes it easier for users to understand their current location. So don't try to put like really long sentences as the breadcrumb elements. Keep it concise, keep it short, keep it ideally to 1, max 2 words. Visual elements like arrows or slashes enhance the usability of breadcrumbs by providing a clear separation between each part of the trail, because otherwise you'd be all blended together and you don't know which breadcrumb is for what section unless you like hover over, but that's just confusing. So make sure that the placement of those breadcrumbs and the trails are consistent and that the styling reinforces their purpose as navigational aids. So let's talk about implementing breadcrumbs. The first one is if you use a WordPress site, you can integrate that using the Yoast SEO plugin or Rank Math, and that can easily add breadcrumbs automatically. You can then customize the appearance of breadcrumbs within your website design. Let's say you have a theme, you can change how it looks. And themes such as Divi, that's a really popular one, or other themes out there. They might actually have breadcrumbs built in, and then you can enable them or disable them on pages, and you can also customize their appearance. So it's quite easy. Other site builders like Wix or Squarespace, and any of those, they usually have options to customize breadcrumbs as well. So here's some more tips on avoiding common mistakes when it comes to breadcrumbs. So firstly, the on-site navigation errors. So you want to make sure that inaccurate or broken breadcrumb links are to be avoided. Obviously, you don't want to have those because these can leading people to the wrong part of the website. So you want to regularly audit and update breadcrumb links if you do it manually to ensure that they align with the current site structure. If it's automatically created, then still make sure that the structure reflects how you want it to, because it will then spill over into the breadcrumbs and how they look. For example, so let's say you click on the home electronic cell phones or mobile phones section of a site. But then when you click on that, you end up in home appliances because it was labeled incorrectly, or it was in the wrong category, or there's a weird redirect happening. So you want to make sure that it's not confusing either. Schema markup missteps. So sometimes you can get wrong with structured data, and this can lead to search engine result pages display issues. So Google might get confused. So you want to make sure that you test your schema markup before rolling it out, because this can result in poor visibility of the breadcrumbs within the search results. As you saw in the example, that's a really useful visual display for people to understand, where that page is. So to avoid this, use schema.org as a reference and test your schema before adding. And then you can also use Google's rich results testing tool to also check just in case before you roll it out. You want to also regularly monitor SERP features, so that you can do that by putting the keyword of your website or your page and then seeing how it shows up, seeing if there's any issues with the breadcrumbs and affecting their specific visibility. So thanks so much for watching this video. If you have any sort of questions about breadcrumbs, let us know. And make sure you check out Hike SEO. It's a fantastic platform for beginners, small businesses, and agencies to take control and be empowered with their SEO in a step-by-step, easy-to-use way with tons of different tools So definitely check that out and give it a try today. All right, I will see you there. Take care.